Well, hello, friends. It's your old chum, Peter Paul Van Camp. Gosh, look how old and gray I've become. I, uh, I thought that I'd better do one of these homemade performances for you before I lose the knack, before I lose the hang of it altogether. So I was thinking back to a time about 47 Octobers ago, and it made me a little homesick for the old days. When work was plentiful and I was young. The time of which I speak, I was going up out of Montreal to play at Rose's Cantina in Morin Heights, Quebec, and it was to be a two-night engagement. Except that on the first night, well, no one came, so I was not required to perform. On the second night, however, I like to think that I would have read this piece I'm going to do for you now, and I would have, except that I would not write it until about 18 years later. But had I had it in my store at the time, I think it would have helped to carry the day and explain myself to those present. As I recall, we had a lovely evening, and I read 25 different poems, not including this one. This one, which I entitle, I like to think that I appeal to some of the senses. And here's how this one goes. With my innards all a-quiver, long I've hunkered in the wings until, with a final shiver, I appear and read my things. Like a Roman aqueduct that brings sweet water to your lips, across the ancient hills until into your cup it drips, I fetch trickling refreshment. If your dipper you would dip, whilst I'm meting out libation, will you lift your cup to sip? Or now, say it is a snare drum playing 4/4 to the measure that stipples you in goose flesh, aye, and heightens your blood pressure. You'll find me keen for tempo when, as but a rhymester mere, I bear my dreams to ridicule. Will you incline to hear? Oh, friends, my voice is not a dinner bell to gleaners far afield. The choicest lines I pen, meat-wise, might only wieners yield. And yet I crave indulgence. It's these footlights boil my zeal. I shan't be that long amongst you. Will you hearken to my spiel? For as nursling is to nipple, or as toper to his tipple, is yours truly to the ripple of a vacuum virtually void of people. Aye, aye. Like a bench warmer with slivers, I've been chafing where it smarts. But now to raft upon that river that winds sometimes through generous hearts. There, that's all I would have had to have said, and I'd have been on my way. Ah, for the good old days. And for the times to come too. Remind me, when next we meet, that we spoke of this on this occasion, and I'd be quite happy to read it for you again in person. Peter Paul Van Camp, and I'll say goodbye now. You take care of yourselves.